Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. It is March 22nd. Just got done recording the last word with Cognito. Had a really good discussion, so you guys can look for that podcast coming out here on YouTube, and it is out there on your general podcast audio platform, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. It's on all three, so definitely look for the last word with Ebontis and Lord Cognito. But we are heading into Xur's territory today because it is Friday. So he's in the European Dead Zone. He's up here in his little cave in Winding Cove. In case you guys don't know where the heck I'm talking about, it's down here. Follow the path that I was driving. You can go through the tunnel. You can jump up here. Well, let's see what Tentacle Face has man to offer this week.
The Nine see your valor.
And he's here. So the Isochronal Faded Engram, basically the same thing. Remember, this is year one exotics only. They have not put Forsaken exotics into here, so just remember that has not changed. I'll let you guys know when that does. And we've got Huckleberry for your weapon this week. So, going to get started with one that is probably overlooked, but really a fun weapon to use, honestly, in certain situations. Intrinsic perk is Ride the Bull. Increased rate of fire and recoil while you're holding down the trigger. Kills with this weapon reload a portion of the magazine. So, in theory, if you keep getting kills, you can actually keep refilling the magazine if you can aim this thing. Now, it is a little all over the place, but it is actually really cool to use. You also got Rampage on this thing. So, if you keep reloading the magazine and getting Rampage, you can hold on to quite a bit of damage for a long time. Reload on it's pretty short, just due to the fact that the perk is going to keep the magazine continually getting filled for a little while. We've got Fluted Barrel, Ricochet Rounds, and Short Action Stock. Greatly increases handling speed. It is a pretty agile weapon, but it is an exotic. So like in PvP, are there better ones to use? Maybe. But there's things where there's like lots of enemies coming at you. Maybe you want to have a little fun in Blindwell. I can't say I would recommend this in Reckoning just because you're going to need something a little more powerful to deal with some of the big boys. Tier 1 Reckoning, you could have some fun with it, but you're probably going to need Thunderlord, your Wardcliff Coils, things like that are probably going to be hitting a little bit harder than a submachine gun. It's nice to mow down ads, but you got to handle the big boys, and legendaries will sadly work for that. So this one is a lot of fun. I definitely recommend picking it up, having some fun with it, but I don't think it's going to be, stealing exotic slots from heavies, especially in those big crucial activities. But I do enjoy it in the right place. It's definitely one you can have fun with. The Catalyst basically makes it to where this thing will never run out of ammo. So instead of a partial reload, it's a full reload of the magazine. So if you can get the Catalyst, it makes this thing a ton of fun. Next, we have the Mask of the Quiet One for the Titan. So, Dreaded Visage grants ability energy when you're damaged. Kind of a decent, in theory, usable exotic all the time, which is kind of cool. When critically wounded, regain maximum health on kills. So, if you're in a tough spot and you do actually eke out the kill, get some health back from it, getting some ability energy when damaged, it's not a bad one to use all the time. There are better ones that are more specialized, but if you just want to be like, hey, I just want to leave an exotic on while I'm running around doing whatever, doing strikes, daily story missions, things like that, this can work with any subclass and just kind of a decent general use one. Today we got Fusion Rifle targeting, Hand Cannon targeting, and Hands-On, super energy on melee kills. While Hands-On is only okay, Hand Cannon targeting accuracy is always a good thing to have, and Fusion Rifle, not bad as well. We've got Sniper Reserves and Machine Gun Reserves. Honestly, this is a pretty well-rounded set of perks here to go with kind of a general use exotic on the Titan. May not be like quite as good as Insurmountable Skull Fort for specifically arc damage, or the Helm, or the fire one where you actually get your abilities back. I'm just blanking on the name. I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments. But this is one you just put it on, leave it on. If you're just grinding out powerful gear stuff just all the time, leave it on. You actually get some use out of it all the time. Gemeni Jester for the Hunters. In PvE, this is not one I definitely think you're going to be seeing. Dodging disorients nearby enemies and temporarily removes their radar. So if you're going to do that and then be able to go invisible, depending on what your build is, this could be an annoying thing to run as a hunter, especially in PvP. Dodging disorienting nearby enemies in general is not going to do much, especially not going to remove an enemy's radar. They don't have one, but this is definitely a very PvP specific one. If you want to just troll some people and mess with them, you can have some fun with this for sure. But dodging disorient enemies, that's kind of a thing. Temporarily removing their radar as well. They may not know quite exactly where to turn. You might get a jump on them, especially as hunters. You guys are nimble as it is. This is a way to really mess with somebody. Do I think it's an epic exotic? Maybe not, but in the right hands, I could see where you could just troll somebody if you're skilled with dodges and timing and just jumping around as a hunter. You could have some fun with somebody. Fusion Rifle Dexterity, Hand Cannon Dexterity, and Outreach. And then you've got Scout Rifle Reserves and Special Ammo Finder. At least that one's pretty decent. Finally, we come over here to our Forsaken exotic of the week. They keep throwing these in here as a nice rotation. For the Warlock, we've got the Contraverse Hold. Intrinsic perk here is Chaotic Exchanger. Resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade with Chaos Accelerant. Feed the Void or Handheld Supernova. So whilst charging your grenade, you actually get, damage resistance, which is good. You can survive a little longer while charging it. Charge Void Grenades return a random amount of grenade energy on hit. So definitely a bonus to your Void build as well. You can kind of have some fun with this one depending on what build you're working on. Similar perks here: Fusion Rifle Loader, Hand Cannon Loader, Impact Induction, Sniper Rifle Scavenger, and Machine Gun Scavenger. Machine Gun Scavenger perks are definitely one that I look for constantly right now, just because I tend to have a heavy machine gun in my heavy slot all the time. So Machine Gun Scavenger, while they did nerf some of the ammo reserves, picking up more ammo from each brick is going to serve you very, very well. That basically wraps up Xur. I will do a separate video for Justice. This is Invitation 2 of the 9. I'll do that video separately just so you guys can see the lore and anything related to that in another video, so look out for that one later this afternoon. But thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you're looking for the Last Word podcast, that one is out there in audio forms. I'll get the video up probably tomorrow. But for all you guys, you know where to find me. It's Ebontis on Twitter, on Twitch, which I've been doing a lot of streaming. We're going to be streaming some Sekiro coming up today, so I'm definitely looking forward to jumping in and getting worked on that one for a little while I learn it. And then, of course, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you got a question, thought, build, anything or otherwise. And if you haven't subbed, hit that sub button. It definitely helps me out. Have an awesome one. I will see you guys soon, and enjoy your weekend, whatever you're going to be doing. Have a good one.